champion 2020 title that
That's right.
used Jaehyun to achieve. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Winners final. These are the only 2 teams in this tournament that haven't lost a set yet. One of them's going to have to go down now, and the winner will be moving on to grand finals. It's Team Yellow versus Team Pink. Let's do this.
Oh, and Frydasole is opening up against Solarson in game number 1 here on Demon Island. We've got the Enchantress versus an Ulgrim. I know that Pink team has shown they've got a few different team compositions. I've already seen them do the triple Grim, but it's a little different this way on the way in because Godly has been really popping off on the Ryu. Solarson with that gravity cancel neutral light is catching Frydasole off guard, but this is super close to open up the matchup between these 2 teams.
Yeah, already pretty close to start with Solarson. Woo, okay, Frydasole catching him up. He's got the opportunity right here. Slaps him out. Wait, can Solarson make it back? The Frydasole edge guard. What? What?
That was a ground pound.
The wrong way.
That was a ground pound for sure.
That looked like a missing.
You know, it's
okay,
fine.
Frydasole's
still edge guard.
He has another chance.
Oh, come on. That was so close.
He's playing for the highlight reel on that one.
I wanted that
there
so
was
badly.
Probably a simpler way to get that one done, but he seems to be playing for the highlight reel. I don't blame him. You got to look good. Well, you got to win, but you got to look good doing it.
Meanwhile, Solarson does get his weapon throw combo, but Frydasole with the Sair gets him off the left side of the stage, and finally, after 6 attempts on that edge guard, he gets that last bit, and Fozey comes in. I was expecting a haymaker right away. He just spawns in, punches him, goes back into the next 1v1.
So Team Yellow starts off with a stock lead here, but they're not going to be able to push their lead any further as Fozey manages to equalize before it got out of hand. Basically an equal match right now. Hysen stepping in for Yellow team. Let's see what he's got against Fozey. Now, Fozey's been pretty clutch today. So, I mean, like, his first stock, maybe it'll go well, right? Maybe it'll go well, but it hardly matters because it's all about Fozey's third stock. He always gets it done on his third stock.
Oh, but he's kind of getting it done right now.
So if he has a good first stock,
that's terrifying.
The Yellow team's in trouble, right? They got to take out Fozey. His first stock's not nearly as powerful as his second and third.
Ooh, nicely done from Fozey getting all these sidelight nairs. Hysen's like in side air territory where Fozey can get a really good edge guard
and
here.
Fozey's barely been hit. He's looking healthy. He might even be able to take out Hysen. He's looking for the side air. He's swinging that axe. Home run swings. Right there's the home run swing. Beautiful spot dodge from Hysen to avoid
Hysen chase dodging up.
And he's catching up in damage now.
Side stick up to the neutral light. Chase dodging forward, and Fozey Sairs his way back to the stage. Down stick. That was such a great punish. Throws his orb directly upwards, gets the recovery, tries to get him with the Shoryuken. Okay, now it's super close. I mean, Hysen was behind that entire stock. And he gets that recovery at the very end to take down Fozey. Fozey just had to get that last side air, but all he got was the one on the way back to the stage, and now Godly is in a real mirror match.
That's crazy. I mean, Hysen was so far behind at the beginning of that stock. He managed to bring it back, and here comes Godly equalizing once again. Ooh, this is going to be a close match. You can already tell. Yeah, they're keeping it even. Even when someone takes the first stock, the other team, the other teammate just comes in and ends it.
You got the nair to recovery. It's been all Godly this stock. Last time this happened, though, Hysen ends up taking the stock, right? So it's like, for Yellow team.
Godly, he barely got touched. He took out Pavelski without barely taking any damage. That's huge.
Yeah, that's
now
amazing.
Now Godly's got a huge opportunity to push a lead for his team.
And he's doing that. It's going really well.
If he plays well against Frydasole here, it's smooth sailing for the rest of his team. All they need to do is perform somewhat like they did on the first stocks, and they'll just take this.
Oh, the landing.
He
punished the gravity cancel, too. Frydasole does drift back to the stage, but Godly went so high up to punish that. But that side stick was so crazy. Sidelight, sider. Godly just can't be touched. Okay, there. Frydasole has to get this edge guard here.
He broke the seal.
Oh, no. The neutral gets again. Okay,
Godly is like 5 for 5 on signature uses. Well, he just missed one. 5 for 6. He's still doing good.
Oh.
Whoa,
dude,
that's 2 stocks. Godly took
so
2 stocks on his own. Look at the stocks up on the top right. Team Pink has just taken a huge lead thanks to their anchor, Godly.
Yeah, and in the previous matchup where Godly brought out the Ryu, he goes down there to Hysen, shut down, but it is still a stock lead.
He took 2 stocks for his one.
He's so good at doing this, like, he dashes off the stage, does a pivot drifting, like, gauntlet ground pound. Yeah. So even though he's facing the other direction, it feels like he's got the full forward momentum. Like it's so interesting how he does it. And he catches people with it so much. Now we've got Solarson versus Hysen. Hysen could bring this back. He so far has done the most in terms of stock advantage for the Yellow team.
Yeah, but it wasn't nearly as much as what Godly did for Pink team. Yeah. So yeah, we are looking at Hysen to equalize things here. And he's got an opportunity. You saw him go for the edge plays on gauntlets, and I think that's what it's going to take right now. You know, He can't. An honest stock is not going to be enough. He's got to. Ooh, that's slick. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
He's got. Almost gets the KO. Here it is. Looking for it.
The fastball
Uppercut.
down.
Still not enough. Hysen looking to finish the stock right now. Solarson's in trouble. Hadouken. One more time.
Oh, but the neutral gets picked up. Solarson could bring this back. Hysen was doing so well up to that point, and Solarson wants to bring it to Pavelski. Side air hits. Hysen a jump.
Hysen needs to take this stock, or Team Yellow's going to be in a really bad spot.
That could be it.
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Okay. All right. Stocks are equalized. Just don't look too close at the damage here. But we need a perfect stock from Hysen.
Last
for
time
Team Yellow
Hysen was in this
away.
position against Fozey, he 0 to death them basically.
That's
so
right.
it's like this is comfort zone for Hysen and Fozey, and he can make this completely even and bring us back to that anchor versus anchor matchup that was Pavelski versus Godly. Because so far, Pavelski acting as the anchor is actually the least amount of damage for his team. I mean, the matchup's a little unfair if you look at everybody on the teams, but let's see what Hysen could do here. Because so far, Fozey's yet to touch him, and when Fozey's been on the axe...
Hysen! Oh, man, he was so close to getting the edge. He nearly ended Fozey's stock so early. But you know what? Even though he hasn't ended the stock, he is slowly creeping back up in damage.
I thought he was making the recovery.
That huge lead that Godly earned for his team is just diminishing in front of his eyes right now.
Yeah, Hysen.
At this point, they're close enough. Even if Hysen loses the stock
I think Hysen's taking the stock. At this rate,
You're
Fozey
right.
has
got
yet
the
to get
momentum on his side.
Fozey's got a gauntlet sidelight on Hysen this entire time. When he was on the axe, he put out like 5 Sares. Fozey's almost out of there. That weapon toss I thought was going to do it, but Fozey jumps up high. Okay, trying to get him with the side
They're
sig.
practically equal in damage. Like, Hysen's already brought it back. Even if he doesn't take the stock, he brought it back. He did That's it. Oh, man.
Incredible.
Let's go, Hysen. For Team Yellow, clutching it hard. Pink team had a huge lead earlier, and Hysen just totally brought it back.
Yeah, and that was a way harder job than the first time around, right?
Yeah.
He had a lot more to work through. Fozey actually built all that damage onto Hysen last time, and that time Fozey just could not hit Hysen at all. Godly, sure, equalizes
Totally equalized.
But
It's
saved
as even as it could be.
by Hysen.
Yep. So here we go. Once again, the anchors now battling it out. And
Pavelski
got dominated in the last stock that these two met.
He never picked up a greatsword before Godly destroyed his stock.
And his greatsword is great.
Yes. Oh, and Godly, you could already tell his respect to that a little bit with the down airs.
Here he goes. Oh, he already got one.
He went for really hard read with that pivot silent opener.
You got to. Because the greatsword combos are all grounded, you know, their opponent touches the ground at some point during their combo, and so they're dodging.
What?
Oh,
No
man, Pavelski! Ooh, nice dodge from Godly. You saw him fast fall there to avoid Pavelski's weapon throw. That was slick. Oh, Pavelski. Okay, he was. That was a good
jump. That was a good jump to dodge Shoryuken. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the down light finisher.
Me too,
That's like the one time that the move was good. And
that would have been so nasty. Oh, beautiful play by Godly. Pavelski burned his dodge. Godly had the follow-up totally locked and loaded. Even though Pavelski lost that round there against Godly, he did a lot better than last time, and he's got Godly so low that Frydasole should be able to take care of business here, but man, this is Godly we're talking about,
He says
dude.
his Godly just starts destroying him.
Oh my gosh, no, he steals the weapon away from Fry. Fry's losing so much ground with the unharmed
That's
haymaker.
already so much better than what happened with the yellow team last time, where Godly went straight through Frydasole and put some damage on the Hysen.
He got goof trooped. Solarson just got goof trooped.
Oh, and the nair hits. Side air as well. Frydasole's been so great with the side air on
He's bringing it back.
Oh, the ground pound.
Frydasole's bringing it back for the yellow team.
Down
off the
air,
side
off the
once
side.
again. Oh man, he's looking to make some big plays.
If he can knock out Solarson here and bring it to Fozey and do any amount of damage, I feel like the yellow team is in a really great position. Pavelski's been doing better against Godly, and Hysen's shown that Fozey is like, that matchup is no sweat for him, at least in this game.
Yeah. Well, here we are. I mean, damage and stocks are completely even. It's amazing how balanced these matches are turning out to be. Who's going to get the KO?
Okay, that was okay. It's okay. Solarson had no weapon though, so he was like, I don't know if I want to go off against Sides. Two haymaker knockouts.
Yeah, he did. That's how he closes it out. Well, Frydasole really just proved his value to the yellow team here. That's huge. Now yellow team has a stock advantage. Can Frydasole get any damage out onto Fozey before okay, again, Frydasole just praying.
Fozey challenges
praying that his opponent will fall into his attack.
And Fozey's landing, he's going off there. And Frydasole's like, okay, you're doing this a little too well. I have to get off the stage now.
I mean, you may as well, right? When Frydasole does that, he's burning his dodge for 3 whole seconds. That's like prime time to get slammed.
Ooh, Neutralite. Nothing afterwards. Fozey struggling to get something started with the gauntlets here. Frydasole playing on the side of the stage really well. Sidelight hits, dodges the Neutralite, but that dodge gone.
He is doing so much damage with this stock. And just in time, too. Everybody's on their final stocks now in this game. So it's coming down to the clutchness.
Okay, Frydasole gets hit by the ground pound, but that was some good damage. And last time Hysen went against Fozey, he took 2 gauntlet sidelights, and that was it. So let's see if it's like, is it being in that prime knockout position where he's in red that makes Hysen come alive, or is he just ready to demolish Fozey here?
Remember that they're on the final stocks now, and this is when Fozey shines. He needs the pressure to perform. And now all the pressure is on him. His team's coming back from behind. And it's not all up to Fozey right now, but you know he can't just be leaving Godly with 2 full stocks. He's got to do some damage to Hysen here for his team to win this. And Fozey's basically 1 hit away from being knocked out, and there it is. Hysen's got it. Yellow team is like 2 stocks to 1, and that's a healthy stock Hysen's got here.
It is.
He might just be able to take out Godly himself. Pavelski, take a break. I got this.
Well, and let's see how this matchup plays out, because we are looking at the undefeated player in EU right now, right?
Oh my! Is he seriously? Okay.
Oh, that was so crazy.
Godly just nearly ended Hysen's whole career with that one.
Oh, and
but he's still alive.
Hysen making it back is really getting the damage in now.
Yep. Man, he was just a second ago. He was about to get knocked out, and here he is just whooping up on Godly. The damage is even, but again, Team Yellow is a full stock ahead. This is looking really good for Team Yellow. What a crazy ground pound.
That ground pound had to have been like a pixel from the stage.
He was already on the ground when he ground pounded.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean,
oh my gosh. I think Pavelski can just take a break.
I think so too.
Oh, nice Godly again, dude. Godly is hard to hit with these weapon throws. He makes it back. He's quick on the fastballs. Not easy to land the weapon throw on Godly to finish him off.
Silent recovery, I think, for Hysen would get on Godly. Even if Godly
takes the stock now, can he actually bring it back on Pavelski?
It would need to be like some crazy double ground pound Nair gauntlet shenanigans. But I've seen it.
It's all up to Godly right now. That might be the knockout.
All right, let's see.
Do you believe Godly
he's going to stay on the gauntlets, I think?
Rise up. It's all up to Godly right now. He's only got this one stock. He's already in red. Pavelski's coming in fresh. He's got to take out Pavelski all by himself. And no chance. Pavelski clutches it for Team Yellow, and they're going to take game 1.
And that is going to be game number 4. And Yellow has yet to lose. Let alone set. They've yet to lose a game.
That's true.
In the entire Invitational.
They are truly undefeated.
And I'm starting to see why. Because Pavelski sitting there at the anchor position, right? Highest seed.
He's not even the real anchor. Hysen's actually the anchor.
Hysen's destroying everyone.
Ranks be damned. These rankings don't mean anything when Hysen comes in and clutches this hard.
And then towards the end of that particular match, it was Frydasole that was impressing both of us, right?
You're right.
It was like Hysen and Frydasole took a turn, and then Pavelski was just kind of like, oh, all I have to do is press the neutral sync button, and I win a game. Like, that's what he did at the very end.
Yeah, Pavelski gets all the credit. Hysen's over there like tired.
Well, and so here's what's cool, right?
Sweating.
I'm looking
at exhausted after taking all that damage.
It's not quite on the board behind us, but we've got 934 damage for Hysen, 616 for Frydasole, and Pavelski's at 236. And that's not to say that Pavelski wasn't doing much. He just literally didn't have to play a stock.
He didn't have to.
And that's like the best position to be in as an anchor, right? It's just kind of like, yes, my damage is really low because my team is so good. It's like, this is great.
But Pavelski gets all the credit. Congratulations. Okay, so now the teams get to switch up their orders, but because Yellow Team won, they have to lock in first, show their legends and their order, and the pink team gets to completely counterpick it, both with legends and with their turn order. And it looks like they are switching things up here as they're going to front load with Godly now. And Godly played the anchor position in the last one because that's the rules of it. The highest seed person goes last in game 1. Nobody chooses their turn orders in game 1.
That's right.
Now with the counter picking, I don't know if it's because Yellow Team front loaded with Pavelski, and Godly's just like, I need to be where Pavelski is, otherwise he's going to 0 to death one of my teammates, because we've seen it happen. he's pretty capable of 0 to death.
I think you're right on the money with that. And it was like one of those things where like wherever Pavelski ended up being locked in, that's where Godly was going to go.
To there,
but I think that's something that Yellow Team was always going
to
do, was put Hysen at anchor. And that's what they did. Hysen is sitting there in that 3rd place, and that's just because we saw how valuable he is in those 1v1s of just being able to, no matter who he's against, no matter what team he's against, playing that consistently.
But Pink Team did still switch up the coverage.
Right.
Because, now Fozey's not guarding Frydasole anymore. He's not guarding Hysen anymore. He's guarding Frydasole instead.
Oh, such...
So even though the anchors are still in the same positions,
everything
the
else
other
is
two switched it up.
Yeah, we've got a really different matchup.
There must have been some strategy behind that from Pink Team.
So let's see, at the very least, Pavelski is going to get some more screen time because he's not at that anchor position. He doesn't worry about the last stock. So he's opened up against Godly.
And even though it's still the same matchup, it's totally different when you're the first stock versus the last stock.
Right.
Everything is different now. Because now Pavelski, he's setting the momentum for his team. He's starting to roll that snowball. And it's just totally different.
And something else that I think is important, I remember before mentioning about how Pavelski never got a chance to pick up a greatsword, and that was just because of the order that he spawned in due to not being the first one on the field. When you are really starting off the traditional 1v1,
it just didn't matter that much.
So it happened to look exactly the same as every other stock so far, but it was different starting.
It happened in a different order.
It happened in a different order.
So it's totally different.
But Godly, that's a great decision, and that is even though Pink Team did lose game 1, I think you were absolutely correct in their decision to put Godly match him against Pavelski. Just stop him from popping off.
Yeah, and now that Yellow Team didn't have the opportunity to set up their team order against Pink, they don't have Hysen to stop Godly. But luckily, Frydasole just managed on his own. Even though that was the lowest seeded player on Yellow Team versus the highest seeded player of Pink Team, and Frydasole held his own. So clutch master, that's really good for him. Now who knows what kind of damage Hysen can do to Solarson if he gets the chance.
That's right.
Or maybe Frydasole does so well here he doesn't even have to.
Well, that's what I'm curious about. We've got Fozey on the Ulgrim, and he's getting knocked around by Frydasole's scythe, and Frydasole has been playing incredibly confidently no matter who he's been against. Even though Pavelski was super the highlight on the way here to Winners Finals, I'm just watching Frydasole and Hysen work together as these unstoppable forces here as Fozey and Solarson have had some difficulty, even Godly having some difficulty fighting against their orb. So Frydasole putting up the side stick, charges a bit, Fozey gets the punish, and let's see if he can take this stock and give the lead to the Yellow Team. It's really close so far.
Fozey's done a great job equalizing, and would you look at that? They just took the lead. All right.
Yeah, downlight side air.
All right,
Fozey,
let's see Fozey deep in the red here. Hysen's on the way back to end Fozey's stock here.
Yeah, this would be a huge momentum shift if Fozey could take down Hysen. He's yet to beat Hysen in the 1v1.
Or just get him to get some good damage in would be huge, but no chance. Hysen just equalizes immediately, tying up the game here. Solarson's coming in. Now here's a matchup we haven't seen before. Hysen barely had the opportunity to be fighting Solarson. If their seeds are to mean anything here, Hysen should thrash Solarson a good bit, right? Solarson, he's coming in here as rank 22. Meanwhile, Hysen is 13. This is a pretty big difference here. Solarson, a mighty underdog in this situation. Can he handle himself against Hysen? Because this is a great opportunity for Yellow Team to gain some momentum.
So far, Solarson's been in the lead. And he didn't start with Hysen at orange. He's brought Hysen at orange after the D-Light Nair. And playing mostly on the bow, he's getting the sidelights, puts the down stick, hoping that Hysen would dodge inwards. And Hysen with the gravity cancel D-Light Nair tried to combo into recovery, but Solarson with the D-Light side air could babysit him on the edge here.
Not only is he holding his own, he is thrashing Hysen right now. He could finish the stock here, but it's close enough where Hysen might not care.
I don't know if neutral sig would take him out. He would on that platform for sure, but side sig could be pretty good here with just a dash up
here's
side
his opportunity. Solarson gonna get the edge guard. Hysen covers himself with a weapon throw. He even manages to grab that weapon again. What?
That's pretty crazy. And he did the dive kick while sweating just to be able to touch the stage, and immediately picks it up, but the recovery comes through. Oh, I can't believe
Hysen
he survives.
Used his dodge. Okay. Solarson still good.
Let's see. Solarson with the weapon throw forward. Down air hits. Hysen with the gauntlets picked up. He really wants to take Solarson down here, but Solarson making the upset.
Yeah, that is an upset, dude. That is an upset.
And now we get to see Pavelski versus Solarson. So Pavelski take it down pretty quickly by Godly.
How much can you fight above your weight class here?
I mean, he's doing great. That's 3 hits. Trying to go for 4. Pavelski yet to get a weapon here. Pavelski has just been really getting weapon starved. There's the sword picked up. Let's see. Solarson gets the nair as Pavelski dashes off the side of the stage. D-Light nair Solarson.
He's got Pavelski in orange.
Whoa.
Oh, this is huge. Every hit that Solarson gets is so big for the pink team here.
Kicks him.
Oh my gosh, Pavelski must be so frustrated. Nice. He got the knockout, but not before being sent to orange health himself. Now he's got to fight against the other team's anchor. Well, I guess he's not in the anchor position, but you know what I mean. The highest rank on their team. Pavelski versus Godly. Pavelski's got to play an amazing stock, and well, that's a pretty good start. It's a lot of damage, but Pavelski is still trailing behind by quite a bit. Pokes him with the greatsword.
Yeah, getting those sidelights. Oh, he dashes into the pummel.
Oh,
Godly ready for it.
Edge guard him big time here.
Weapon throws up are
Pavelski,
nice.
Yeah, he is trying to guard himself with the weapon throws. Godly can still find his way through those upward weapon throws. And
there it is.
Wall slides in with the Shoryuken to take the stock, and Godly has done a great job equalizing the damage here. They're still behind by just a little bit, but it's pretty negligible. So here we are once again. Frydasole, the lowest rank of the yellow team, going against the highest rank of the pink team. And they're, you know, this order is pretty tough for them. They really got to rely on Frydasole and Hysen to punch above their weight.
Yeah, and Frydasole did a good job last time around when fighting against Godly, and he even got all that extra damage in against Fozey. But Godly so far has been playing better and better every time he's on the screen. And Frydasole, nice narrative recovery,
Dude,
needs to end his stock
is clutching
quickly.
it, man. Like all the numbers say that Frydasole should not be winning this at all, but he is totally holding his own.
Oh, that
he
could
might
be
take
it.
him out right here. Sweating, he's sweating.
Oh,
dude, he had the checkmate right there. He had the checkmate.
That's a tough call to make.
He was sweating. There was nowhere else he could have gone.
With the orb,
doesn't matter.
Ground pound, but let's see if he could get it. Oh, weapon throw stopped the ground pound.
That was scary. Frydasole almost lost it there. He was a ground pound away from being knocked out.
As long as he gets the stock, I'll forgive that edge guard there. But you're right. He had it. He was sweating.
He had it. It was a checkmate.
It was only a gauntlet stare away from recovering.
He just needed to commit to that
ground
ground
pound. Godly's getting so much extra damage. No way. If Godly gets the stock, that's just going to be crushing.
I don't think Godly has missed a single Hadouken. He's a Hadouken master.
It's been pretty good. And he's been following it up off of the neutral light a lot of the times, too.
Neutral light, chase dodge, forward, Hadouken. It keeps working, and it looks awesome.
Ooh, side air hits.
Uh-oh, Frydasole, here's his opportunity. Steals the weapon away.
Oh, he covered the same area.
Yeah, ideally, right, he would have been
just a
little bit further outside so that two lanes were being covered by the downward attacks.
It was a cool idea, and I mean, he's so close to getting it off, and he just needs to get the stock
you know
from Godly.
What? Then again,
there we go.
Like, had he landed that attack, it would have been a double hit. Like, it absolutely would have slayed him. He's probably damaged enough where it wasn't necessary, but just imagine
it would have been
that
really
double
cool.
down true combo. It'd have been the old double down. Give him the old double down.
Okay, Fozey last time was able to clean up this stock on Frydasole real quickly. He was able to get a D-Light side air, and that was it. And that looks like it might be
he can make it back from this.
What? Fozey gives him the hit. Oh, Fozey recovered the down air. No way.
What a beast. It's not over? Okay, it's now.
Frydasole goes down, and I was thinking about that. I was
this is a huge lead for
That looked
pink
like
team.
so much damage, but really it wasn't. Olgrim's pretty beefy. He's in the yellow. Scythe, if he kept going 7 more down airs, maybe Fozey would have got off the right side of the stage, but that was pretty early.
It looks like pink team's decision on the turn order counter picking is really coming in clutch. You can just see it at work.
Yeah. I completely agree.
And it comes down to Solarson holding his own against Pavelski.
Well, and that was
a huge part of that.
That was the wild card there, is that we were talking about how drastic
Hysen, he's about to tie this up. Hysen, oh my gosh, Fozey, 1 pixel. He was 1 pixel away from not resetting his jumps there. Now he's back. He's still fighting his way through Hysen. Hysen just desperately wants to end this stock. He needs to tie things up here by deleting Fozey right now.
He needs
refuses to go down.
Have that rematch against Solarson too. Usually when Hysen's against Fozey, and he has been doing it from a position where he was in a comfortable lead, he just destroys the stock and moves right on to the next opponent. But Fozey has been really doing a lot better in game number 2.
Yeah, every hit that Fozey gets on Hysen here is so huge for the pink team.
That was some crazy movement.
He's really throwing chainsaws. He's throwing chainsaws out here. Okay, Hysen finally gets the stock. That does tie up the stock count, but look at Hysen's damage.
Yeah.
Now, but he does have the rank advantage against Solarson here.
Well, last time,
yeah, we saw Solarson like totally hold his own against Hysen.
When Solarson was
problem.
on the bow, Hysen had no idea how to get in. Solarson would just hit a D-Light, some Nairs would come through, and then Hysen was now that's a great start.
It's looking good.
That's a lot better. And if Hysen can make up for that from last game, then any amount of damage he gets on the Godly is pretty good. And as far as the matchups that Hysen's had so far that I've seen, his best matchups have been in order.
Hysen, he's clutching.
Fozey, Godly, and Solarson, but then Solarson comes in and he makes sure that he's going to get the stock here. I think this game is relying on Solarson to basically whether he takes the stock or not. It's feeling like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, if Solarson can manage to take the stock against Hysen, Pink Team might just have it in the bag. But, oh, this could be it. Yes, Solarson, dude. He is totally holding his own. He is fighting above his rank, and he's doing great. And now he's got some damage to spare. He's got some wiggle room against Pavelski here, but you know, this is Pavelski we're talking about.
Let's see.
He's the king, man.
Oh, man. So Pavelski has usually been in a position where he has to pick up a fresh weapon against Godly when he fights against him. If he can take the stock without taking too much damage, he'll be able to weapon starve Godly instead of the other way around.
Pavelski wants to end it with a neutral stick. It's been so good for him. And look at that, dude. Pavelski clutched it. He is basically equalized this. You look at the health, that yellow, that's pretty much negligible.
He's yet to best Godly,
but
though.
You're right. He has not won a single stock matchup against Godly. So if the trend continues, Godly's just going to end him here.
No,
that's a full stock. Flawless.
Two orb dares
from Godly.
Godly comes in, it's just kind of like, there's a reason why we matched me against you. He gets him to the 2 dares, and he's right back over here. And this has actually been Godly's hardest matchup, is Frydasole. Frydasole has actually taken Godly down every time without taking too much damage. But this is the closest in damage they've been together against each other today.
Yeah, but it's up to Frydasole now, dude. It can't just rely on Hysen here. Frydasole needs to he needs to take Godly stock. Somehow, it's the highest seed versus the lowest seed, highest seed of yellow versus the lowest seed, or the lowest seed of yellow versus the highest seed of pink. And somehow Frydasole's got to clutch it here. Otherwise, I think it's going to be insurmountable for the yellow team. No, it's really riding on Frydasole's shoulders here to perform an extreme upset. This is Godly we're talking about. You know,
missed his weapon.
Not only is he the highest seed of the pink team, he has won the past 2 1v1 tournaments in a row.
He is literally undefeated. He's yet to be defeated in 1v1.
Even though he's not using the same legend that he was before, he's got the gauntlets, and that's, you know, he always was like a gauntlets master. And it's not looking good for Frydasole so far.
Oh, yes, there his weapon throw forces the dodge.
That was such a good dodge.
How did he do that?
But
that was so good.
Checkmate. He had it perfect.
He got the weapon throw, got the dodge, and then I think, did he dodge the orb recovery, cancel the dodge into a D-Light, and get the ground pound? Because I was like, how did he get through that orb recovery? Godly's so good.
It was beautiful. He is. He's Godly. People talk about that.
and now it's Hysen versus the entire pink team.
Yeah, exactly. Can Hysen take out everybody, starting with their best player? I don't know.
Godly.
This is tough. Not looking good for yellow team. I'm smelling a game 3.
Okay, but Hysen takes him down.
I could be wrong.
If by any chance Hysen gets through Solarson, he has taken down like 3 Fozey stocks where he's only gotten hit twice. There's a possibility here. It's up to Fozey to really do well with this Olgrim here, and he has.
I'm thinking it's up to Hysen. They could just close this game out right now if Hysen is. Oh,
look at that.
It's not looking good, dude.
Weapon throw,
he has
the dodge.
to use the dodge on the weapon throw, but Fozey is not willing to go for the edge guard there. Why would he? He's so far ahead. GG, pink team with 2 stocks remaining wins the counter pick against yellow team. But now yellow team's going to have the opportunity to counterpick their legends in turn order, and I wonder if they're going to do anything differently.
I'm willing to bet that Pavelski will be as far away from Godly starting as possible. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that because it's proven to me that both Hysen and Frydasole actually go pretty evenly with Godly in these one-stock matchups, whereas when Pavelski's against Godly, he just gets deleted every time. I mean, we were looking at that one situation. It's like, oh, maybe Pavelski do something differently. 2 orb dares, he was gone. You just said he went untouched. It was a perfect stock. Godly, definitely, I'm looking for the yellow team to match up.
Yeah, so
one of them.
pink team is going to go Godly, then Solarson, then Fozey now. And let's see how yellow team counterpicks
Might
this.
just go back to the
Are they going to change their legends? Are they going to change the order at all? I mean, it seems like, they are changing the legends. Wait a second. Pavelski's going to start first.
That's surprising.
Pavelski's still chasing Godly. They're making sure that Pavelski and Godly are together. I mean, I think Hysen can handle himself against against Godly.
I do too.
I think that would have been a fine way to do it. But you know what? It looks like they're just mimicking, even though the turn order's different, they're just mimicking the matchups of game 1 where they won. So that seems like that's a pretty proper way to go.
That is. Yeah. I didn't think about it that way.
They won. The order's different, and it still might play a factor, right? Because you're fighting against different people after the matchup that you're chasing for is done. But it should work. In theory, it should just work. They have the same matchups now.
And the mix-up that Pavelski's bringing out here is that J-Gun's been put away. The Val is coming out to be able to deal with Godly.
That's the biggest switch-up in this. How is that going to change things?
We're going to find out.
We're about to find out.
Yeah,
here we go. Game 3, it all comes down to this for both of these teams. Who's going to make it to Grand Finals? And we got Pavelski playing the Val now.
Oh, and the Gauntlet's opening up against the Orb. So really putting the great sort aside. Sidelight recovery is coming through. Pavelski dodging in place. And this is the best start Pavelski's had.
It's already looking so much better. Pavelski's Gauntlets. He almost ended Godly right there.
I mean, he got him off of the gravity cancel sidelight. I thought he was done for.
Pavelski on the Gauntlets. This is what they needed. Pavelski, he burned his gravity cancel.
And he has no weapon.
Godly got a lot of damage on him for that.
Swords up next. Godly goes off stage playing. Man, whenever I totally just think that dodge down maneuver is like a guitar player only thing. So when I see somebody else do it on like Gauntlets or something, I freak out. I'm like, how did he get down there so quickly?
All right, Godly has totally brought it back in damage. Pavelski heading to the wall now. He's looking scared, man. He's looking scared.
No dodge?
Godly burned his dodge.
It was a bait.
It was a bait. What a weapon throw. Dude, it's not fair when you can see into the future like that.
Yeah.
You can't use your Godly powers in a tournament. That should be illegal.
He's like looking at his past 2 results. Oops. It's like nobody told me until now. Well, Godly, it's fine. You keep going on with this crew battle because, it looks great. And Pavelski with that lead was so close to be able to do something about it. But Frydasole in this position.
That would have been the difference. Like that alone could have won this game for Yellow Team if Pavelski could have closed out that gimp that was like totally happening. Well, here we are now. It's up to Frydasole to end the stock on Godly. And this is what I was talking about with the order being different. Even though they set up the same matchups, you got to rely on Frydasole. If Pavelski can't take the stock from Godly, you got to rely on Frydasole to do it. You know what? I suppose you can, because Frydasole had no problem taking the stock from Godly.
That's why I was curious about, because I totally see and agree with the analysis that you had on how they're just matching how they won game 1. But I was like,
but the order's still different.
Frydasole has been doing pretty darn good against Godly out of everybody on the Yellow Team.
Luckily they can rely on their lowest seed to be able to take out their opponent's top seed.
This is pretty huge. I didn't think about this, but Frydasole also had a very good matchup against Solarson, where that's where Hysen was struggling, right? When they can get Hysen to be against Fozey on a fresh stock, that looked really good in game number 1. And now we have Frydasole against Solarson, and Solarson's taking a good amount of damage.
Frydasole does better against Godly than he does against Solarson. What's up with that?
I know.
What's up with that?
It's so interesting.
The math does not check out.
The math aside, it's amounting to player matchups at this point. And Frydasole has really been showing that he's got a good game plan against Ryu, but Solarson, that was the stock. That was the stock.
He whiffed a true combo that totally would have ended the stock. That's unfortunate.
Let's see if Frydasole can punish him for that.
Solarson's got to be kicking himself for that one. Frydasole, they are not falling for it, bro. They are not falling for that.
It is interesting how, because the charge is just long enough to get the burst property of that, it completely covers the platform above them. So if they try,
he is hoping that they're like, what an idiot. I'm going to punish him for this. And then, like, they just mess up on, like, it's got extra range when you charge it up, so that might be unexpected. You're right. He's positioning it so the hitboxes go just over that platform. He's hoping they mess up. And so far, he hasn't been punished for it. So give it a shot.
The worst that can happen is you come back to stage 2 seconds later. It's like, and that's...
I can't believe Frydasole's still alive. Look how deep red
that D-Light recovery missing may cost Solarson a stock lead. At this rate, Cider comes through.
That would be so heartbreaking.
Well,
I can't believe he's still alive, dude. Frydasole is as hurt as can be.
He tries to stare for the ledge. Frydasole has nothing. Solarson's put out neutralites because a neutralite will knock out here. There's no way. Okay, Frydasole goes to recovery.
Got it.
He tries it again.
He's trying it again. The platform's not there to help him, but you know what? He's calling Solarson out. Solarson's not willing.
That's it.
That's got it. He was so hurt, dude. Okay, well, Solarson closed out the stock, and it's a good thing he did, but he is in red. Hysen could come in and end it real quick, and you know that's his mission.
Hysen has had some difficulty against Solarson, though, in these matchups. Waiting for that weapon to come through. If Solarson picks up the next weapon, it will be a bow, I believe. But Hysen now just has to get that sideline side air. It'd be pretty good. Just one side air without the extra damage, not going to be enough, but the next one will be.
Without a weapon, Hysen was looking like he was going to go for the edge guard there, but once a weapon spawned, he turned around and grabbed it. Solarson picked up off the ground with a gauntlet recovery. Hysen ties it up for the yellow team.
All right, this is where yellow team has gotten all their leads in game number 1 and didn't get the leads in game 2.
You're right.
It's when
you're
Hysen's
right.
against Fozey. But Fozey, ever since this particular switch to Ulgrim, has been looking really nice. Let's see what he can do here. Down air hits, recovery comes through. Fozey fighting him off stage gladly and getting a good hit in. Oh, it's
These
close
teams
so far.
are so evenly matched. And it really comes down to, like, if any one player has a really good stock in their matchup, that might just make the difference in winning the game. Just one. Not even, you don't have to do it on all 3 stocks.
Oh, down air is coming through. Yeah, and I feel like what you said in game 2 is definitely what applied to Godly when he had such an amazing stock on a second stock, and now Hysen is in more damage than Fozey has. Last time when Fozey put Hysen in a position like this, Hysen was able to take the stock, but Fozey has just been playing better and better as this crew battle has progressed. That dodge going away means Fozey tries to go for the spike on the neutral sig. It doesn't hit. Hysen throws the weapon forward. And it's, both players, you could tell that they're realizing this is game 3. And it's like one of those things, okay, nice. Silent recovery comes through, huge. Hysen takes the lead of the yellow team.
This is huge. And even though he's pretty damaged, he can afford a couple mistakes.
Yellow team just needs Pavelski to beat Godly once. And like that's all that happens. On one of these stocks, it just has to be able to come out on top.
Yeah,
it's not happened yet.
It hasn't happened once in this matchup, huh? That's rough, man. The yellow team, you know, at a certain point, you got to rely on your best player to perform. And with the highlights we saw from Pavelski earlier, I think yellow team is kind of hoping that Pavelski comes in clutch.
Yeah, that's right. And Godly jumping around the orb. Sidelight's trying to get us a combo started on Hysen. Hysen's actually the one coming in clutch right now. Sidelight Sarah means Godly's been really good at these edge guards. Could put on a down air. He puts it against the wall. Recovery hits. I'm pretty surprised it had that much knockback to it, but Godly gets the knockout. And now this is Pavelski's time. It's like if you take this,
once again,
one explosive stock's all you need. But last time Godly destroyed Pavelski and then ran right over Frydasole as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's so good. Godly is unstoppable right now. Pavelski's really met his match. In every match that we've seen. Wait a second.
Double ground
Godly tries to escape to the other side. He successfully makes it. Here comes Pavelski now with the sword.
Oh, that would be huge.
He's really hoping for that
if
one.
If only he was like actually on a conveyor belt and it slid a little bit further, right? Because I was like, he lined it up perfectly. The slide just stopped. Oh, Godly. He dodges over that time. Nice. Godly's really liked going for the nuke
combo.
After the neutral light, and Pavelski diagonal dodged up to get over
it. You saw Pavelski go for that weapon throw follow-up, but Godly just never gets hit by those.
Oh, Pavelski's so close to taking this, but Godly's so good at these edge guard scenarios. He gets it.
Oh, dude, he caught it with the surprise Shoryuken. You know, he knew which weapon was coming next.
Yeah.
Maybe Pavelski didn't know what weapon was coming next, but he grabbed that weapon, dashed, and neutral sig before the animation of the weapon being in his hands even finished. He did that all instantly. It was like all one input he did.
Godly went for a ground pound there. Frydasole's taking a bit of damage, but every time he's been in this position, he gets out a good side air on the orb.
Yeah, I mean, again, yellow team can always rely on Frydasole to close out Godly's stock before it gets out of hand.
Let's consider the matchup right now. If it keeps going at this rate, I'm pretty sure pink team barely wins with how it's been going. If we just keep trading back and forth like this, something's got to give for the yellow team here, or for the pink team here, for the yellow team to have a chance.
Oh my, Solarson, unarmed sidelight. He's throwing feet. He's throwing the feet.
Sider hits. Solarson gets the sidelight. Goes with the D-light.
Solarson clutching so hard. This is their last chance. Need I remind you?
Look at him go.
It's game 3 of a best of 3. The yellow team they don't get another opportunity in the winner's bracket after this if they can't bring it back against pink team. And it's going to come down to Frydasole and Hysen clutching their stocks. Frydasole barely still alive. He barely avoid. Oh, Solarson is trying to
he can't take another one of those.
He's got to touch the wall. Okay, now he's got his jumps back. Here we go.
And now he's hoping,
he's looking
like,
for the error.
Give me a Scythe Nair, please. I'm right over. I am an innocent Scythe player.
No,
There's nothing wrong going here.
He's too smart for that. He's not even coming close to the edge.
My moves don't have active input.
You get up here, fight me on the ground. Solarson wins those. So this is a very big lead for Pink Team right now. Hysen, he needs to clutch against Solarson and then have a really good stock against Fozey.
Last time Hysen was against Solarson, Solarson kind of destroyed him.
Yeah, Solarson totally held his own. I feel like Solarson's been the MVP of this.
Hysen needed Solarson to be in deep red so they could just go right over to Fozey and take him down. But Solarson has just been doing such a great job at this position. Side air lands, he hits him. Weapon throw comes forward, fresh bow. Hysen gets the hit, but Solarson still can take a bit more damage before he's gone.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And he is threatening that wall there. You know the bow ground pound does not care how much health Hysen has.
Yeah.
It's still super bad for Hysen if he gets hit at any health with the bow ground pound. Solarson, man, he's doing so well. Hysen's got to take him out right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
No, he gets the set. You had it.
He got him. GG.
Right now. And that was it. Side air gets. It looked like he was going to dodge to the side air for a second, and that's why.
But look, that's not taking that stock was not enough. That was just the least he can do. Now he's got to have a great stock against Fozey, and look how far ahead Fozey is in damage before the fight even begins.
Yeah, but that's Hysen's comfort zone against Fozey.
Yeah, you know what? Hysen's all about these clutch plays.
Once Hysen gets to the red, he's like, one more hit, Fozey, and then I'll take you out. And it's like, come on, I need to be in red. There we go.
Man,
now Hysen will never get hit again.
Fozey could just end this. He's already got Hysen in knockout range.
Yeah, but this is where Hysen's most comfortable against Fozey.
Hopefully.
Never mind. Fozey might actually just.
Fozey's coming in. He's coming in hot. No, he's gonna let Hysen come up over the corner. The corner guarding. Honestly, Ulgrim succeeds at the corner guarding. I don't blame him for not going off the side, especially against Hysen with either orb or gauntlets. It's a scary thing to be going off the edge against him.
Whoa, that dodge was.
That was a great dodge from Hysen. So the reaction speed's amazing.
And look at that. That's what I'm talking about. When Hysen gets this much damage against Fozey, Fozey just can't close the stock. Hysen starts slowly getting back into the game. And Fozey's got to really hope that the side air connects, because usually from this position,
again with the clutch dodge,
Fozey ends up going down before Hysen can, and then it's a dead even game, and he kicks him. I can't. Hysen has clutched so many dodges against Fozey.
So bad.
What a dodge again! How is he doing it? Oh, he waits so long over the down sig.
That's got to be it. Okay.
That is the first time that Fozey has managed to close out a stock against Hysen in a situation like that, and now Pavelski's got to take down not only Fozey, but then Godly.
He's been having enough trouble against Godly alone. Now he's got to take out a lot of Fozey's health to finish off his stock, and then go at least even with Godly after this.
That's it.
That'll do it. Wait a second, though. Okay, no. Even Lance recovery can't come back from all that. Okay, look at the stocks and damage. Look, Pavelski, he's lost every matchup.
This is the 9th stock in a row. So Godly has beaten him in 8 consecutive 1v1s.
But if he wins it right now, this is the only one he actually needs to win.
That's right.
It's all up to Pavelski right now. If Pavelski doesn't win this matchup right now, I'm not sure Yellow Team's going to have it in him to finish it.
And Godly is just popping off. It doesn't matter. Okay, Shrika comes through, it misses. Pavelski's looking for that starter, but that's the 3rd recovery. That's it.
He's too good. Godly will not be taken down by Pavelski. Do you believe in Frydasole and Hysen to pick up the pieces?
I mean, every time Frydasole's been against Godly, he's only had to Serum, and Godly at this point, Godly's playing like he's the last player left on his team. Spoiler alert, he's not. But it's looking that way with how he is just decimating
him. It's a full stock ahead right now. Godly is just too clutch. This is bad news for the Yellow Team. I don't know how they're going to... Oh, my gosh. They're over a full stock ahead now. Godly's lapped him in damage. Oh, that's sick.
Wait, that was so cool. The downlight active input into the orb on the way back down to continue the string.
It might not matter, though.
He hits him with the recovery.
As cool as it was. We'll clip it, but I think...
the shortest clip.
He is just praying with that neutral sig.
It's like...
I bet it works in range.
It also, sometimes there are things that that was a great...
avoids the weapon throw, but
what cost?
It actually cost him. That was a really good weapon throw from Godly. And I think it's all but over now,
You were talking about how...
his team might just be able to take a seat.
The teams were so close between each other that it just took one player to have a good stock. And this is it. Yeah.
Godly just did it. Yeah. He took 2 stocks on his own. He's in red right now, but he's still got 2 of his homies waiting in the wings, while for Yellow Team, it's all up to Hysen. Now then again, Hysen might be super empowered by the clutchness of what's going on right now. Because not only is this the last stock of the match, no matter what, there he goes. That's one. 2 more for Hysen, and he's got it. But his whole team needs him to win this, and we're in winner's final right now. This is a ticket to grands, dude.
The numbers and what my eyes have seen today both say that Hysen can do this. It's right. It's that seed matchup.
You know what? I think so too.
And then if he gets the Fozey, I feel like Hysen's got the clutch factor over him. But it's this. Solarson has won this matchup against Hysen handedly every single time that we've seen it so far. Let's see.
Yeah. But the pressure has never been on like this, dude.
You could see that Hysen recognizes that. He loves being in this position.
He can handle.
Right now.
Yeah. You know what? I think he was volunteering. He was like, dude, put me at the end. I got the clutch factor. I'll perform when we need it most. And you know what? He is doing that.
This is scary for the pink team.
Hysen's insane.
The pink team's in the lead right now.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid
for the pink team.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second. Hysen's. Well,
they're telling Solarson, like, go, come on, dude. You got at least get him to red.
I hope they're not doing that. I hope
they're
only thinking that, and they're not like in voice chat. They're just like, come on, dude. What
you got to do it. That's probably not helpful.
Yeah, but I mean, I can. The mental's definitely there.
Come on.
Fozey's just
Hysen, he's in red now.
Oh, no.
No way! Dude, he might do it.
Hysen's
He's taking 2 stocks on his own. He is in red. This is their last chance. Whoever wins this stock is going to grand finals. Hysen has taken
down Fozey in this position 4 times already. He has been in this position at red. Fozey on a fresh stock.
This is actually realistic.
He has only gotten certain hits. He's only been Hysen getting hits, and there's no way Hysen gets this.
No way.
Okay, Hysen. Side air hits.
Are you serious?
Oh, side air hits.
He can still make it.
He can't take another one of those.
Throws the weapon. Now he grabbed that weapon.
How did he
luckily snatched that. He's still good. He's still good.
He can't take a land side air.
Fozey's got no weapon. Now's his chance. Hysen takes on the offensive while Fozey doesn't have a weapon. He's running away. He's looking for a weapon. Hysen chasing him down. Can he snatch the weapon away from Fozey when it spawns?
Oh, that was the perfect spawn. It was the perfect spawn. The weapon comes forward. Nair recovery. Oh, I think he gets the recovery.
No way. What a dodge. Oh, now he has no weapon. He probably wishes he had a weapon.
Weapon spawn worked out for him. Oh, he went for the sideline. That's it.
Oh, man. That was so close. Pink team wins it. And I know I sound disappointed, but that's only because we nearly saw the most clutchness of all clutches in this tournament. Holy cow. You got to give it up to Hysen. Even though he didn't get the win there.
Wow.
He's still a winner.
And that was
heart.
after going through. Godly was like at yellow, I feel like, when that started. Right?
Yeah, so that was nearly a full 3 stock.
He went through a fresh Godly stock, took down Solarson, almost gets the comeback against Fozey at the very end. But Fozey with the down sig catches Hysen off guard and secures the win for the pink team. Yellow had gone undefeated in both games and sets all the way up to winners finals, where pink team finally was able to take them down and get that spot in the winner's side of grand finals.
Man, shout outs to the pink team. Shout outs to Godly.
Yeah.
951 damage from Godly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 298 from Fozey. 585 from Solarson. Good numbers, but it really came down to Godly having those.